The next morning of the haunted house of rock. Hello and welcome, Lynx here. And we shall continue.
5 more minutes.
No. You have 24 hours, basically. Let's continue, girl. A fun sleepover is in an old house, he said. Try sleeping a horde of crickets, chirping all night just outside the window. Try doing that with birds chirping outside the window. They started at 2 in the morning. I hate birds. And just when the crickets finally stopped, a charm of hummingbirds took the opportunity to tag in. Please just let me sleep! Wait a minute. Hummingbirds. I threw off the sheets in a panic and skittered to the edge of the old bed.
Brody! It's the hummingbird again!
Oh yeah, it's hummingbird. I keep saying humming. Whatever. But the easy chair my brother was sleeping in is empty. The Afghan had been snoozing under, bunched up on the cushion in a state of disarray. Brody isn't in the room, nor it seems is there any trace of hummingbirds. Did they seriously just wake up in a panic from a nightmare about being hounded by hummingbirds? I checked the master bathroom. Brody's been here at least, thoughtfully leaving out all the travel bottles and creams I poured from the Korea for my 7-step morning skincare routine. Why? My routine is splash water on the face. That's it. You don't need anything more, to be fair. The ritual helps distract me from the apprehension I feel. At any moment I expect Brody to enter the room with a steaming cup of coffee for me, but by the time I finished applying my mascara, there's still no sign of him. He wouldn't just be waiting outside the door, would he? That's not like him.
Brody?
No response.
Guys?
I mean, you're talking to yourself, so... Whoever it is, they leave without saying a word. Dakota's messing with me again, isn't she? I brought this on myself. She smelled blood in the water when I was all creeped out by the weird rooms yesterday. What? She what? And how is it no one else found this house disturbing? I glanced backwards at the strange bedroom, taking another look at the case of fancy timepieces and wristwatches. The sickly glow of morning, as I assume it is morning, gives the room a different energy. Almost more sacred, despite that I was just snoozing in it. Stepping back in the room for a moment, I browsed the framed photographs on the tables and walls. Most of them are in a black and white, but the ones in color have that sort of old color look I can describe. They're not faded like old photos for... Okay, I think I understand what you mean by that. The running through line in most of those pictures is a stocky old bald guy in an Italian suit with a voice of Walt Disney. Ugh. And the mustache of John Walters. One of the pictures is obviously an old family portrait of a man standing proudly beside his mousy wife and a pair of glassy-eyed boys. Like a bloodhound with sand, now I'm able to trace that man back to the black and white pictures. In particular, I'm drawn to a photograph of a trio of smirking women in long coats and sensible shoes who, despite their conservative attire, have devilish gleams in their eyes. They're all carrying old automatic rifles. Well, I mean, the rifles probably weren't old at the time, but... In the background behind them, beside the serious-faced Frenchman in a beret, is the younger incarnation of the Italian suit guy in a heavy jacket, wearing a fedora and a sort of wistful smile.
Who are you, old-timer? This was your room, right? This was your house? Or am I just going crazy?
All of the above, maybe. It's objectively unsettling that a house that was up for rental would still be loaded with all these memories. I mean, it depends. Whoever is renting this maybe, you know, can't let go of the past. Or something like that, so that's why everything is being kept there. Even Brody was fine, and he actually believes me when I get a case of the bad juju. Maybe Dane's right, maybe I'm overthinking this. I should just text everyone and see where they are. Brody always carries my phone, and this policy is backfiring on me. Why is someone carrying your phone? What? The sound of brushing movement outside the window distracts me from my thoughts. My gaze follows the sounds to the windowsill where... What? Not just one, but two doomed hummingbirds just dancing gracefully outside window, months out of season.
Leave me alone! You should be in Mexico, you damn goofy birds! Okay,
Is that so?
That's it. I need my coffee. Stat! Brody!
Okay, if that was supposed to be Scream for Brody, he would not hear that. You need to be louder, girl!
Brody?
He's not where I expect him to be. He always makes coffee the first thing in the morning, but today it doesn't even seem like the kitchen's being used. A cold shiver runs down my spine and I feel the hair along my arms tingle. Where is my brother?
Brody!
It's like nobody's in that house at all, huh? Okay, let's stop and think for a second. The house is big, but it isn't that big, and I've checked the common rooms. Maybe he's hanging out with Dakota or Vivienne. I don't know how I feel about those pictures, to be honest. They don't look like the characters, kind of. Basically, in those pictures, the girls don't look like girls. Well, I like Dakota more, so I'll go here.
Dakota, you there?
Dakota... Oh. Sounds not bad, to be honest. Dakota's creepy victory room doesn't look quite as freaky as it had last night, but the daylight seems to cast the room in cool and otherworldly tones. Our guitarist's lodgings don't smell as much anymore like the kind of house founding father grew up in. It's that perfume she wears, the sharp electric notes of ambergris and wintergreen. I realize she's just in the process of shrinking into her corset when I... Ooh. Hello. When I push into the room and capture her attention. Her glass eye glimmers in the morning rays like fool's gold.
Sorry to just barge in.
Oh, come on, you wanted to barge in.
You should be sorry. You barged in moments too late to see anything good.
Damn.
What? Never mind that. Have you seen my brother?
I still want to find out what exactly happened with the eye.
Just got up myself. You know, I'm liking this house. I haven't slept this soundly since Creed broke up. But, no, I wouldn't have seen Brody.
You're sure?
She just got up. Of course she's sure.
It's not like I checked under the fucking bed.
Well, I haven't seen him today, and I've looked. There's something totally strange going on here.
Oh? Something strange? That's that then. He's dead.
Yeah.
That's not funny!
It actually kinda is what she said.
Oh, can you even survive without him? Don't all twins kind of act as a phylactery for each other? So it goes.
You know what, Fo? There is a dangerous thing about Dakota. She has the hairstyle that's dangerous to her. If you know, you know.
Damn it, you're always like this. Don't even know why you bother.
Because she's great?
Oh, I'll apologize in song. Mrs. St. Catherine, sorry your son was eaten by ghosts. No, that's not anything.
Maybe stick to playing guitar. Yeah.
Oh, maybe combine a confession song and seduction song. Rena, the phantoms may have won the day, but only your husband remains in our way. Yeah, that's not bad.
Quit writing love songs about my mom!
She's just modeling and infuriating all the time. Since the day we first met, she's been ruining my life. I highly doubt that's true. Can't believe she managed to wake up even later than me. Ah, whatever. I can't be worrying about her right now. I need to find my brother. Okay, let me save the game because that's what has to be done.
Vivian, you around?
No! I step in the room, which is as loud and 1990s garish as it's ever been. Vivian has her instrument laid out on the quilt, an ARP Odyssey and analog synthesizers she inherited from her dad or something on the bed, and is wiping down the keys with rubbing alcohol. She's always been so gentle in carrying her stuff. Every hairpin, earring, bracelet, everything she owns seems to sparkle from the TLC she gives it.
Oh, good morning, Leila.
I wish I...
What can I do for you?
No, I don't wish I was like that. But...
I think Brody might be in trouble.
Huh? What do you mean?
I can't find him anywhere, and I don't think he's even made coffee. He never goes anywhere without making us coffee.
Would you like me to brew up some coffee?
They don't care about him at all.
No! I mean, maybe. That'd be nice. But right now, I need to find my brother. I'm worried something could have happened to him.
Oh, I think he's fine. It's not like your brother's some wayward toddler.
Yeah.
Well...
What? He is?
Nah, I doubt.
His inner child is thriving, we'll say. Have you heard from him today?
I haven't. But really, I wouldn't worry too much. How much trouble can he really get into?
A lot, maybe.
You remember that time I left him alone for just a week to go to that Spice Girls concert? My dad had to pull some strings to get him out of jail time.
Okay. Jail time aside, why would you torture yourself like that, girl?
But Brody wouldn't make that mistake again. We taught him how to distinguish dogs from coyotes.
What? How do you know? How does he not know?
We did, but I've just got this weird feeling. Call it a twin sense if you want.
As an only child, I'll have to take your word for it.
Twin sense sounds bad, by the way. Anyway.
Aren't you adopted? You could have siblings out there.
Maybe by genetics.
Yeah.
But our hearts wouldn't beat to the same song.
True.
But forget that. Would you like me to help you find Brody?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. You should stay here so Brody can at least find you if he comes around.
Sure thing. Please don't worry. I'm sure he'll turn up.
Yeah. I return again to the hallway to stand alone, with absolutely nothing to show for myself.
So, after all that, neither Dakota nor Vivian have seen him either. And there were more hummingbirds. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
I feel like I'm left with no choice but to keep looking around the house. My brother has to turn up eventually, just as Vivian said. First I go back to our bedroom, on the off chance he somehow returned there while I was talking to the girls, but there's still nothing there but those fancy timepieces gleaming at me. I become more aggressive with the search, looking for him in the closets, cupboards, anything that can reasonably house a human being. An old house like this has all sorts of nooks and crannies and crawl spaces. It even has a laundry chute and one of those tiny elevator shafts from the kitchen meant to bring food directly to a room, but those don't seem like very in service. Neither is large enough for me to fit in, so Brody definitely wouldn't. The kitchen I had originally thought to find Brody in is sort of colonial style, old-fashioned, a bit empty. The other runs and even tastes fine, but it'd be a pain to cook here, not that I ever cook. Oh wow. Nothing to be proud about, girl. I stumble upon a library that looks sorta... I don't even know. It looks like the sort of library you might see in the human section of The Little Mermaid. It's got that sort of sunny, point-and-click game energy, but it's probably just a classy modern renovation. The power outlets don't look all that sketchy. I can't click anything on them. By the window there is an ornate flagpole bearing the red flag of Switzerland. Why Switzerland? I thought the old-timer was French. Maybe he wasn't. Would be better for him. Granted, I sort of just assumed, just as I'm assuming this library is even connected to him, in a house full of disconnected ideas. On the shelves I find the usual selection of shelf-filler books you'd expect. Encyclopedia Britannicas. I should buy those. Oh my god, Atlases. Also don't have a single one, I'm afraid. A lot of books in German, okay. A few in French. Why would you keep those? Very few of them illustrated in these. Okay, very few in illustrated. I bet all of the French ones are illustrated because why would you know French? In these and English, there are a truly immense number of books that I can only assume are engineering manuals, volumes about, I have no idea, patent law, maybe. For now that I think about it, when I was younger, right? And Dragon Ball was, for example, in TV. Dragon Ball was actually in French, but over that you had the Polish speech in TV. Yeah, so advanced. Making it so the French still stays around for no freaking reason. Maybe that's why I don't like that language as well. Patents have laws, right? Yeah. Then there's a lot of books about clockwork and watchmaking and timekeeping. Someone who lived in this house was really into clocks. But from there you get a whole shelf that's like weird old books with titles I can't even hope to pronounce, like Das Kloster and Dur, I Meknun and Sir Al-Asrar. Okay, you give Sir Al-Asrar, throw it away. This is not needed. I thumb through the pages and see some pretty weird stuff. Not like disturbing in content, but maybe disturbing in context, because what's the deal with having all these wacky books? Then there is another shelf after that which is conspicuously empty. Like someone grabbed a bunch of texts at once and rushed off with them. I should rush off too. I've got enough track. I'm still looking for my brother and all I'm managing to do here is creep myself out. Taking a final glance at the strangely bluish cyan sunlight streaming through the large windows, I head back the way I came. As I'm heading, I notice a final little wall of books in the back wall near the door. The bookshelf surprised me, because its contents, uniquely for this room, are full of books a girl like me might actually find relatable. Obviously that's the protagonist thinking that. Watership Down, no clue. The Female Man, no clue. A Wizard of Earthsea, no clue. The Bluest Eye, no clue. On the Road, no clue. The Price of Salt, no clue. The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadaf, no clue. Admittedly, the only books among these I've read before are Interview with the Vampires, no clue. The Prince Bride and Where the Sidewalk Ends, no clue. One of my all-time favorites, but I've heard of the others. I haven't heard of a single one of those. The only part with like Interview with the Vampire that comes to my mind is the second installment of the Desiree games. Kazi Club Bay. Yeah. I played both the games, by the way. Fully. So, feel free to check that out. Anyway. Besides the fact that I don't think there's a single book here that was published after the 70s, there is a wholesomeness to the selection here that I actually find endearing. Whoever maintained this one shelf in particular is someone I could actually imagine being friends with. Why? Because they read the same stuff? That's the only reason? But I put that aside for now, opening the hallway and zipping back down the halls in search of my missing twin. As I proceed down the hallway, I find myself more frequently noticing the various wall clock or desk clock or table clock I might see decorating the house. Yeah, kinda suspicious. Why do I have so many clocks there? Her eyes are kinda cool, to be honest. It looks a little bit like as if she had a geese. You know, called geese. Anyway, they all tick, they're all in a very good working condition, but I start to notice none of the clocks seem to agree with each other. Oh boy. What time is it actually? Ooh, wait, are we going to play now? Turning at another corner in this dizzying house of leaves, I found discover an unfamiliar door. It's just an ordinary door. Shockingly ordinary. And I don't like that. In a house full of anachronisms, there is absolutely no way that a normal door exists. And yet it does. I know I've been down this hallway before, or at least one just like it, but not one with a door this uninspired. Normal, ordinary. Even Brodyisms can't keep me calm in an extraordinary situation like this. It's a door at the end of the hall. That's never a good sign. Walking down the long, dimly lit corridor, a feeling of dread washes over me. I should not be here. I should turn around. I should walk away. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't see this. Dread? No, it's more like anxiety. Not mine. Well, yes, mine too. But this anxious feeling has a lonelier taste to it. Like you're feeling someone else's feelings, I'm guessing? No matter, I keep getting distracted. I have to find Brody. I approach the door, inspecting it cautiously. The wood grain and wear implies that it's, what, 50 years old? What? You are capable of telling the age of door by doing that? Interesting. Don't ask me how I know that. I want to know how you know that. In spite of my better judgment, try the knob. I have to steel myself for the sake of my brother. Wait, a knob? Dang, that's a rare thing to see. It doesn't budge, because of course it doesn't. Pushing against it, it wavers about as much as a solid wood door should.
Great. Well, if that doesn't work, then I might as well knock?
No response. Yeah, I should have expected that. Guess I'll have to go grab a credit card. Show me the name of thing open.
Your days are numbered, door. I'll be back.
Turning the corner, I met with yet another door. Also at the end of the hallway. That's where I came in from. Right. Through the crack in the door, I smell something's feet. Is it syrup? Is someone cooking pancakes? This one opens much more readily to a finished basement staircase. Oh, don't go there. Narrow and well illuminated by an overhead light fixture. The stairs are fully covered in plush, moss green carpet, and the walls are pristine drywall with floral stripe wallpaper. Maybe I shouldn't hurry down the stairs as quickly as I do, but this is the least threatening staircase I've ever seen. Alright, never mind, go there. Turning at the halfway landing to continue my descent. The carpet continues for a bit before ending, quite surprisingly at the linoleum flooring of what is most definitely a kitchen. Not the kitchen, mind you, at least not the kitchen I thought I saw earlier. Standing front and center, dexterously flipping a pancake over the stove, my stupid idiot asshole brother waves at me with a green plaster on his stupid idiot asshole face.
Lay, you're awake! Just in time for some kick-ass pancakes.
You asshole!
What? But you love pancakes.
No? What? No! I thought you were dead!
Dead? I've only been awake for like half an hour.
What?
Yeah? I mean, pancakes aren't really hard to make.
True.
I've been looking for you for hours, Brody!
I mean, technically it's been 25 minutes.
Hours!
25 minutes.
And here you are, baking without a care in the world.
Is making pancakes baking? I would say it's not. Right? I mean, for baking you need to use the oven. Anyway.
Isn't that like my shtick?
I sigh, rubbing the bridge of my nose in consternation. Fine. This house is going to kill me.
Yeah. Whatever. So, pancakes?
Pancakes in the morning? No, I wouldn't.
You betcha.
Funny cold, I look around the kitchen. It's maybe a bit older than we are, which is to say, very old-fashioned. The kind of kitchen that wouldn't look terribly out of place in any of the sitcom reruns we'd watch growing up. Honestly, let's face it, the modern kitchens suck. Come on. More bizarrely, the food, as this basement kitchen does have a very well-stocked pantry, also looks old. Not expired per se, as the oranges he's peeled are definitely quite fresh. All the products are name brands I recognize, but the label and packaging designs feels a bit less loud, less stylized than I remember seeing at the store. Good. In particular, a box of cereal catches my eye, because it has the name of a video game company displayed loudly on the box.
Cereal system?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? I didn't even know Mario had a cereal.
No, Nintendo. Ugh. You. Disgusting. I bet the cereal are also disgusting.
Don't think he has for a long time.
Now that you mention it, if it's been a long time and so on, and all the clocks around, could it be that somehow in this place whatever is in there kind of freezes in time? Does make sense? Maybe that's the thing. Anyway, all the video game characters on the box are depicted as they look in their debut outing. There are screenshots of video games on the back of the box, and I recognize 8-bit graphics anywhere. A bit more disturbingly, there is no nutrition facts label anywhere, which is definitely legal! Okay. I search around the box till maybe not in the US. I search around the box till I find the expiration date, or at least what should be an expiration date. It takes all of my energy to focus on numbers, and just when I think I've parsed them out, they seem to smudge and distort. It reminds me of the stuffed animal I saw in the 90s from upstairs. There was some writing on the tag of one of the stuffed animals that was clearly English but seemed to wriggle out of my understanding. To be quite fair, maybe not surprisingly, but supposedly, the expiration date on the products is, well, in a lot of cases, not a true expiration date. But to be quite fair with you, whenever something hits the expiration, I just get rid of that. Yeah. I'm not taking my chances. Right.
You sure this is all safe to eat, Brody?
Why not? Everything looks fresh.
Brody! For the love of... all of this food has to be like 20 years old!
Oof.
When was the last time you saw packaging like this?
Brody simply shrugs.
It tasted fine.
You ate some?
Well, yeah. You know I snack as I go. Oh, but don't worry. I saved room for a proper sit-down with the rest of the band.
You can't even read the expiration dates! Forget salmonella! We have bigger problems here, Hansel!
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you. I'm actually going to kill you.
Why, because he ate that stuff? Come on, girl, calm down.
You always say that. Want to help set the table? The rest will be here soon.
Did they know you were here this whole time?
If they didn't, they'll smell the delicious pancakes and come running.
You know what? Fine.
I grab a few oddly colored plates and some cutlery, setting the table for the band.
Well, at least you're safe.
Of course! Nothing can keep me down.
Okay. Way to trigger a red flag.
And you're coming with me to the creepy door later.
What?
A few hours later.
Alrighty, let's get the show on the road!
He scans the room. Our equipment haphazardly displayed about in the entry foyer. There is not a lot of room here, honestly, but none of the rooms in this creepy old mansion are particularly large. We had to move some furniture just to fit our speakers and mixer in. Brody locks eyes with Dakta.
Dakota, you good?
She shrugs.
Yeah, waiting on Leila's slow ass.
Meh. I sigh from behind the speaker.
Yeah, give me a sec. I don't remember having problems like this with the mixer.
Is there something wrong? Do you need some help?
Well,
Looking back down to the mixer and all of our inputs, I tried to piece together how we normally set up the practice. Our mixer has 8 inputs, 1 for my bass, 1 for Dakota's guitar, 3 for the Brody's percussion, 1 for Vivian's keyboard, 1 and 4, wait, 8 inputs. 1, 2, 5, 6, and 4 for a microphone each. 6 plus 4 is 10 for. So... okay, 1 for bass, 2 is Dakota's guitar, 5 percussion, 6 keyboard, 10 with microphones. And the mixer has 8 inputs. Do you see where the problem is, girl? If my math is right, and it normally is, that's too many. Not to mention we're missing a set of headphones. We didn't leave anything in the car, did we? Huh.
well, we don't need 4 microphones for now. Vivian?
Yes?
Are you missing your headphones by any chance?
Vivian glanced around, the look of concern on her face. After fumbling about, she produces one from behind the speaker.
Found it.
Thank God. That's at least one problem solved.
I fetched a 1/4-inch jack from her, plugging it into the last output slot. Dakota clearly annoyed stomps over to me.
Christ, Leila, what's taking so long?
Sorry. We must have brought the wrong mixer or something. We have too many inputs and not enough ports.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like us. Maybe the lost souls of the underworld have taken residence in our instruments.
You think so?
Yes.
It's good news for us. Means I won't even need the amplifier. My Jack's didn't crave something far sweeter to plug her lead into.
She is down next to me, whispering into my ear.
Your beating heart.
And the eye.
What?
I mean, you've been superstitious of everything. You know, the ghosts always take the genre-savvy one first.
Oh. She puts a hand on my shoulder, pushing herself up.
Just unplug Brody's microphone. It's not like he needs it. And Viv's, I guess.
Leave yours and mine?
Well, I won't need you. Nah, we leave that to this house.
Yeah.
Hey!
She extends her hand, helping me up. We finally take up our position, and with one last glance at each other, we play! It takes us a bit to get into the grove. Brody and I struggle to find our footing on the bass line, and Dakota tries her best to accommodate. Vivian's playing his timing and shy, which drones it beneath the noise floor. The percussion is certainly loud enough to overtake it. Dakota stares daggers at us, but she appears distracted by her own singing to do anything about it. She has stand with her lyrics ever so slightly offbeat, solidifying this performance as a real practice and not anything stage ready. But I can't really blame any of us. We're not a bad band, and this practice isn't the norm. Something is off. It's an unfamiliar piece, the song. We're playing it as if we've never heard it before, we've never played it before. Which can be true, we're playing it for a live audience soon, we don't really live perform songs we're not comfortable with. Even the subject matter of this song is odd. These memories feel like gazing through a thick, opaque fog. Fleeting vestiges of time just out of reach, or oceans away, all simultaneously together and far apart. This song doesn't feel like it's really about us, even though it appears to be. It's like what? Fanfiction? I try to support Dakota's vocals as much as I can, hiding my concern. By the time we finish the performance, none of us are satisfied.
That was all my fault. I should be better than this.
It's okay. This is what practice is for. We all were a little off today, huh? Maybe it's the new environment. Everyone has their off days, us included. We'll get there.
Dakota shares a look with me, frowning, but she doesn't respond to Brody's hastefully optimistic words.
Whatever. I'm gonna go take a nap.
She passes me, gently touching my shoulder with a wink and a whisper.
Let's hope I wake up.
We don't bother packing up our equipment on the off chance we practice again. Vivian rests her head against the keyboard with a pout.
Viv? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I should be better than this. Right?
Like Brody said, it's an off day for us. We'll be okay.
We'll be okay.
What if it isn't?
What if it isn't?
Then we'll practice until we get there. That's what being in a band means, right?
I wouldn't know the answer to that question.
So pucker up, Buttercup. We'll be out there rocking the socks off of our fans in no time.
Yeah. We will.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Astoria.
No, I know what I booked. Well, I know where it should be.
What?
Hey! Don't use that tone with me!
Huh?
He hung up on me!
Huh?
Asshole.
Frustrated, I slam my head against the steering wheel.
I just need to retrace my steps, right? Even though I've done it 3 times already.
What do you mean? I had to find the damn kids. What do you mean?
It's not like Astoria is a large place. Finding a mansion that I've already been to shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Definitely shouldn't be. My map has more red than green at this point, and the food in a trunk's bound to go bad eventually. If it weren't for the cool Oregonian climate, it would already be borderline.
Okay, so, calling about the reservation, they told me that there wasn't a reservation, and no one's heard of this mansion. I've driven down the road that I swear it's on, and nothing. I've already gone through half a tank of gas.
Oof, at least it's not electric. Good.
These kids are going to kill me.
I actually don't even remember about you.
At least they don't need rehab, huh?
Well, we will see.
Oh, Christ. Leila, so help me God, if you were right about this!
Oh, with the hummingbird and so on?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised.
What do you mean? Resting back in the seat, I light a cigarette and make another call.
Hey, it's Dane. Yeah, for the photo shoot. I'm having a bit of trouble getting back to the place. You too. Yeah. We might have to reschedule if this keeps up. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many? 3. Pretty small band. Right. Yeah, all of them should. But I get sent straight to voicemail. I'll get back to you when I find the damn place. Thanks. Bye.
Taking one final drag, I flick the cigarette away and start the car back up.
This is getting expensive.
What do you mean? As I pulled out of the parking lot, a small bird buzzed directly above the hood of the car, blocking my way.
Is that a hummingbird? Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
Oh. I walk in with a start, I put the pieces together. Someone shouldn't be here. Someone's not a band member, but a ghost.
That's it! I knew something was wrong.
What do you mean?
Leila? What are you...
Shh, shh. Sleep. Go back to sleep, Brody.
What? Okay.
Brody rolls back in his bed, evidently sleeping like a rock. I wish I had that power. It all makes so much sense. There's no way 5 of us could have fit in the Beetle. 3 suitcases, not 4. The mixer, that's why we couldn't all plug in. The creepy door, I knew, I felt something. Oh my god. A hummingbird. One of us isn't real, one of us is a ghost, warping and twisting our memories. Oh, I've got you now. I've seen through your tricks, your machinations, your dreams and visions. All I have to do is confront you. You. Who knows? Maybe we will find out in the next episode. Because...
And that's a wrap! A massive improvement over yesterday.
Because it's time to end it here. Yeah. And we'll see day 3 or who knows what day exactly. We'll see what happens during that time tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider liking the video. And if you're new around, consider subscribing. Always super appreciated. And well, I guess maybe watch out for hummingbirds, because they seem to be a sign of something bad to happen. Seems like, maybe. Like ending up in a old haunted mansion of sorts. Yeah. With that being said, let's end the video, and the continuation will be here tomorrow. I wish you a fantastic day. Bye bye.